Hello, welcome or welcome back to Reads of an Apple. My name is Stacy, and I'm here today to, oddly enough, celebrate my birthday with the birthday book tag. Now, this is a 7-question book tag. This was created by Confessions of a Serial Reader. She did mention that she had pulled questions from several other book tags to kind of compile a new list. I will have her linked down below if you'd like to check out the original one. And if your birthday is coming up or you're looking for a book tag to do that's a little bit different than what's out there, I will also link all of the questions down below. So let's just get into it. Some of these are like search and find, and some of them are not. So the first question or scavenger hunt thing is count your birthday along your bookshelf and then subtract your birth month. Now I have 4 bookshelves of just straight books, but we're going to do just these 2 for now. So I'm going to, oh my goodness. All right, I picked a D4 here. So it's a little D4 die. I'm going to roll it. If we get evens, we'll do my paranormal sci-fi fantasy shelf. And if we do odds, we'll do my historical bookshelf. And I'm going to start with what's in the front because some of these are several books deep. So let's roll and see what happens. That is a 1. Okay, so we're going with odds. So I think that was here. So I'm going to start counting. I'm turning 34. So these 2 are technically not books. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And then you subtract your birth month. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How kismet? How freaking kismet is this? Look what book it is. Love in the Afternoon by Lisa Kleypas, the 5th and final book in her Hathaway series, which if you are new here, you may not know, this is my favorite Lisa Kleypas book. This is one of my top 3 favorite historical romances of all time. How? And the only reason it did land on this is because I pulled out 3 of Vivian the Rest books because they're on my TBR. So they're not currently on my bookshelf. So how crazy that it landed on Love in the Afternoon. That makes me really happy. Okay, so then question number 2, find a book that takes place in the season you were born in. So I was born in summer, obviously. I feel like the season takes place in the summer for historical romances. What's crazy is this book also partially takes place in the summer because, as I can see here for one of the letters, it's dated in June. Now I want to reread this. It starts in like November, December, and then it goes into June. But I feel like a lot of books of historical romances, if they're set during the season, they would naturally take place in the summer. As for paranormals and fantasies, I feel like that's harder to determine, especially if it's in a different time, not just time, a different world. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my bedroom and I'm going to glance through my contemporary shelf real quick and find a book that's set in summer. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm going to go with Dangerous Curves by Pamela Britton. This is the first book in her NASCAR series. This is romantic, suspense, sports, NASCAR romance. I feel like NASCAR, I know it ends usually in fall is when the big championship is, but I feel like most of the season happens during the summer. So I'm going to go with this one. So yeah. Okay, on to book number 3. Find a book that is the color of your birthstone. So my birthstone is pearl, but also alexandrite if you want like an actual gem. I'm personally not the biggest fan of pearls, but I think I have some historical romances that are white and also kind of shiny. So let's see. These are not historicals, but I'll just kind of glance through and see if they're shine. Oh, you know what? This one's kind of sticking out. So we'll just go with this. It'll be just a half away heavy. So I'm going to go with Tempt Me at Twilight by Lisa Kleypas. This is book 3. I think this is book 3 in the Hathaway series. And I'm going to go with this one because even though it's not shiny, I mean, the letters are shiny, but it's an ivory. It's like an off-white. And she's wearing this like sateen type gown. So her gown has a shine. So I'm going to go with this for pearl. So yeah, we'll do that one. Okay. Then number 4 is find an author or a famous person that shares your birthday. Now, this one I did beforehand. And there are not very many authors that have a birthday of June 7th. The couple that I found were mostly like authors via blogs. And then there was one cookbook author who I recognized her cookbook name, but that was it. So there's not really any famous authors that I could tell that I recognize name for born on my same birthday. But I would say arguably the 2 biggest celebrities with my birthday are Prince and Liam Neeson. So take that what you will. Then number 5 are books published the year you were born. So I found on Goodreads the top 200 most popular books published in the year 1989. And yes, if you're paying attention, that means that my birth date is 6, 7, 8, 9. And fun fact, I was born at 10 in the morning. So one of the most popular books from the year I was born that I have read is The Hobbit by Tolkien, obviously. So I had to pull this one. I was looking for romance books, but I didn't find any. And then this isn't like the number 1 most popular, but it was the first popular that I had read. What's also fun is I don't know if it was number 1, but it was like in the top 3 of kids books published. And that is Your Mama a Llama by Deborah Guarino, illustrated by Stephen Kellogg. And let me tell you, my grandmother had this book. I was obsessed with this book. I loved llamas when I was a kid. I had no idea that this came out the year I was born, but I still remember, is your mama a llama? I asked my friend Fred, and there's a bat and everyone's just like, no. So, and I haven't even looked inside of this book. I have recently gone through everything, and okay, so apparently Fred is like a duck. I remembered the duck, and the bat is the first one. But I think my grandma had the paperback version, but then when I wanted to purchase a copy for myself, because I think they ended up donating a lot of the kids' books they have once me and my cousins were all grown, and my brother and sister, They got rid of a lot of them, so when I purchased it, I didn't realize there were different versions, so I ended up getting the board book, but I'm okay because this is a lot smaller and it's super cute, and I feel like this will last longer than the like really thin kids paperback books. As for romance books, there were a few that were in the list, but most of them well, not most, all of them I hadn't read yet. I think the first romance book that I obviously recognized as a romance book would be The Bride by Julie Garwood. I have read Julie Garwood, but I have not read this one yet. So maybe I'll do a romance books vlog and pick a couple that were from the year I was born. There was also a couple of Judith McNaught books as well that I saw, but this one was the top of most popular from romance ones. Okay, on to question number 6. If you could spend your birthday with any fictional character, who would it be and why? This one is not going to be just one character. It's going to be a family. And I'm going to say the Savoy sisters. Why? Because I love the setting. I'd love to go to New Orleans and do some like touristy things and sightseeing and see some amazing houses and have some of Jewel's amazing food and some of the other restaurants around there. And I'd love to go check out Mateo's artwork and chat Star Wars and other geeky things with Evie. And I would want to hang out with them. I'd love to go to the Cauldron. I'd love to go to their little witchy shop next door. Maybe pick up a new tarot deck. Not that I need any more tarot decks, but I just would love to hang out with the Savoy family. And I think it would be so much fun. So I'm going to say, instead of just one character, I'm going to say everybody from these books pretty much. Okay. Let me set these down. We are running through this really quickly. I'm surprised how quickly that this one is going. So the final question. Question number 7. What book or bookish item do you want for your birthday? I want a lot of books. I want a lot of bookish items. I will say I typically get an Amazon gift card from at least one person on my birthday. And my plan this year is to use that to finally pull the trigger because time's running out and get the alternate version covers of Elsie Silver's Chestnut Springs books. Depending on how much I get, I might also finally pick up the Off to the Races watercolor editions because those are gorgeous. Now that specifically for Chestnut Springs, she has signed her paperback rights with Bloom. They are discontinuing these mirror covers, and I think they're gorgeous, and I want them on my shelves before you can't get them anymore. So I think we have time. If I remember correctly, July is when they come down. So I plan on getting the Chestnut Springs one and then maybe start collecting the Off to the Races ones. I do think that Elsie said recently she was going to switch them back over to the People covers, but that she will warn everybody, when time's kind of running out. But I think for the other ones, she's just going to switch them. So if people have recently found her and they want the People covers, they can then buy the People covers. I don't know if she's going to have them as separate listings or same listings, but before she switches them over to the watercolor, I at least want to get Off to the Races, which is my favorite of that series, and the Front Runner, which is my second favorite, in the watercolor. But let's be honest, I want all the editions. And I'm debating on if I want to buy the Bloom paperbacks as well. And I'm leaning towards it because there's extra content in them. But Elsie Silver is one of my favorite authors. So for her, I'm willing to buy a third copy. But we'll see. But I definitely want these ones because I think they're absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, but I'm sure when I buy them, if I buy them, I will do like a mini haul in either a weekly vlog, or depending on how much I get, I'll do like an own haul video all by itself. But just stay tuned. If that happens, it probably won't be till mid to late month by the time everything gets shipped to me. But that's it. That's the 7 questions. This is probably the fastest book tag I've ever done. I was surprised it took as little time as it did, especially with the scavenger hunt ones, but I feel like they were a little easier for scavenger hunts. But yeah, let me know down below what you thought. If you have any other fun book tags, I'm always looking to add them to my list. I have a couple more that I'm excited to do. My goal is to always try to do at least 1 book tag a month. For July, it will probably be the mid-year freakout, but I might also throw in another one. And just for something fun, because I feel like the mid-year freakout is also a good like touching base on your reading once we're halfway through. So I might do 2, I might just do the 1. We'll see. Like I said, let me know if you have any fun ones you'd like to see me do. But otherwise, if you'd like to just leave me an emoji, leave me cake or birthday type emojis. And then don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all soon with another video.